Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard.
And I'm John.
Today, John, I think we need to go back to Tensura. Specifically, Tensura Episode 10. What do you think?
Hey, 10 and 10.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. Full spoilers ahead.
And if you enjoy our reviews, consider subscribing. And let's get this episode started.
Okay.
So, Richard, the ogres, they don't have names, do they?
Well, let's before I get into that, let's talk about this episode. So yeah, they get back to their village, and they have all the festivities and everything, and the ogres, they're all, they join in. Everybody's having a good time. The priestess, she's like getting along apparently very well with a lot of the goblins and everything. They all like think she's great. And while that's all going down, of course, we have like a small group, including Rimuru and the ogre leader. They're talking about what happened to the ogres. So apparently, the orcs, they apparently invaded the ogre village and just kind of wrecked everything. Killed the previous leader, and they just and it's really it's apparently in this world that's kind of odd, because the ogres are supposed to be much more powerful than the orcs. So there's a lot of confusion, like how's this even possible, right? And so a lot of they keep talking, and one theory that gets thrown around is the idea of a orc lord who's possibly guiding this whole thing, this whole army. And so they're kind of just theorizing right now. They don't have any hard evidence. Of course, we the audience, we see that. We see that's probably likely the case, because of course a few episodes back, one of the episodes ended with this masked guy finding an orc and giving him a name. So that's probably what happened. But in any case, but back to the group again. So as they're kind of just sitting there contemplating, Rimuru offers the ogre leader, like, hey, you want to be my subordinate? And so the ogre leader kind of has to think about it, because he seems kind of like this sort of proud warrior type guy. Yeah. And so he,
is he responsible for the other ogres?
Yeah. And so like he's not sure. Like, okay, well, I mean, it's kind of like I guess a matter of pride in a way, sort of. Okay. But he reluctantly accepts. He's like, you're pretty powerful, and we need allies, and this is a really great threat. So we need as much help as we can get. So Rimuru was like, well, you know what? If you guys are gonna be my subordinates, I'm gonna give you all names. Yeah. Gosh, I can't. I'm so surprised that was even a thing.
Has that happened before?
Right, yeah. But in any case, so yeah, he gives them all names, and of course, it's interesting too, because just those six, giving those six ogres names was enough to like knock them out. So, kind of tells you like how powerful they are. Well, as soon as he revives, he sees them. They're all like transformed, kind of the same way with the goblins, how they transformed. Much more human. They still got like the kind of the same look. They got the horns and everything, but much more human. I did find it interesting though that Benimaru, who is the ogre leader, he got a lot slimmer. Whereas before he's like kind of bulky. Not like Armstrong bulky or anything like. But he's you could tell he had quite a bit of muscle. But then after he got named, he got thinner. Kind of reminds me of like Dragon Ball Super, where Goku, for example, in his normal form, he's like pretty muscular. But then once he goes to Super Saiyan God form or Red form, or whatever, like he gets a lot more thin. So, but he's still powerful. So.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting, both in the manga and here. So in any case, we do find out though that with this transformation, they are no longer ogres; they're kaijin, which is, I guess, a much more powerful form of the ogre. So. From there, the only other thing that happened was the major thing that happened. We get introduced to the lizard men. who apparently are also having problems with the orcs.
Hmm.
So they're really kind of concerned, like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And we get introduced to Gabimaru, who is the son of the leader, who got named from a different person named him. So clearly, this guy's probably got some power, got some potential within him. So yeah, we see a little bit of them, and they're kind of worried about these orcs, and they're like, hey, we need to find some allies. Go out to the goblins, and try to gather up some goblin allies, and hopefully we can fend off these orcs. So
hopefully, yeah.
But yeah, I wonder what that's going to lead to. Going to the forest to find some goblins.
I mean, goblins have been a really good theme this season in particular.
I mean,
so it's probably going to be a good, positive interaction.
Right, yeah, and surely they're not going to in any way run into Rimuru and his group. I mean, there's no way that's going to happen, right? Nope. But anyways, overall, I thought this episode was pretty good. I really enjoyed finally seeing the transformed versions of the ogres, or rather the kaijin, I guess. And so yeah, I'm, as with every other episode of Tensura, I'm looking forward to seeing more. So definitely thumbs up, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Awesome.
So.
Well, if you enjoyed this episode, or if you've watched it and you got some additional thoughts and comments of it, put them down below. We'd love to hear about them. So let's wrap this up, and thanks for watching.